Welcome back. We're Nouveau Arcade, and this is the 4th track off our new album, Die Happy, and it's called Push. Gonna push the button here.
Let's see. Oh, it starts with a lost tape. Lost tape number 2.
Do you want to talk about how these, why,
Yeah, these were actually journal entries of mine. I was having a hard time. It was like, therapy is like, oh, write a journal, keep a journal. So I was having a hard time writing, and I just couldn't get all. So I just talked and recorded it. And I was showing Kevin, and then we ended up kind of messing up my vocal and doing this and making it sound like a holotape from the video game Fallout. Kind of inspired that feeling of like desolation and being stuck in like a Fallout shelter, and just like that aloneness and isolation is kind of how DPDR can make you feel when you're like so consumed in your own thoughts. So
and you're just showing me some thoughts, and I was like, we need to put this on the album.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I had to talk him into that.
Yeah. But once we kind of like turned them into a thing where it was like, oh, it sounds like a video game, but the feelings are real and all that kind of stuff, and that's how they came about. So there's 4 of them, and they're spaced out on the record, and in describing this concept that of all these like things around depersonalization and derealization disorder. And when I was going through this, I didn't know what it was, so I was terrified, which we'll talk on the next song. I think is a good one to bring that up. But here, I think we should kind of get back into like, this one's sparse and then kind of blows up.
This one's pretty, really opens up.
Yeah. When the chorus says like, am I your enemy? Are you just sick of me? All that kind of stuff. This is a reflection of, I always looked at this as a reflection of myself, right? Like looking in the mirror and this kind of self-loathing, self-hatred that like, why am I like this? But I didn't want to like push myself over the edge or whatever. Maybe that's a little too, into the lyrics. But I also wanted it to be diverse enough to talk about this like a breakup, like a relationship, because it was kind of like a breakup of my former self. Ego death, maybe.
And there's the vocal and guitar layer kind of thing.
Yeah, so again, here's that vocal and guitar layer, like you heard in Guns and Candy. With the bend and stuff. Yeah. So that was again, you're gonna hear that threaded throughout the whole album. Also, the snaps are cool. And we did them here, and
a lot of production things we're into. A lot of layering.
Yeah.
Your breaths.
Mm-hmm. And then the live drums come in. So in the background, I say, I want to go back, I want to get back with you. It's just like this kind of constant longing for your former self. But yet, having to break up with that and accept that. Yeah. Anyways, that about wraps this one up. So
we have one more song on this.
So we'll see you next week.